The cabin had been my dream for years. My father used to bring me to this very lake when I was a boy. We'd fish until sunset, cook over the fire, and talk about the kind of life that actually mattered: peace, family, simplicity. Before he passed, he made me promise, "Son, don't chase noise. Find a place where the quiet feels like home." That cabin had been his dream too, but he never got to buy it. So when I finally saved enough for my contracting business, I didn't hesitate. I signed the papers, packed up my life, and moved out of the city for good. But Karen had other plans. From day one, she seemed to think she owned the entire shoreline. She and her HOA board, 3 friends who all lived in the biggest houses, believed they had final say on everything. Fences, paint colors, even what kind of mailbox you used. My cabin didn't fit their standards. It was older, rustic, and didn't gleam like their modern glass boxes. And me? I wasn't married, didn't drive a luxury SUV, and I sure wasn't about to bow to their endless rules. It started small. Karen showed up the next morning demanding I pay community dues. When I asked what the money was for, she waved her hand vaguely. Road maintenance. Landscaping. Security. But when I asked to see records, she bristled. Then came the violations. She left letters on my porch complaining about the color of my roof, the size of my dock, and even the fact that my dog barked once at night. The final straw came a week later. I was unloading lumber for repairs when Karen blocked my driveway with her golf cart. She leaned forward, eyes blazing. "I don't know how you slipped past the association screening process, but you won't last here. We have standards. And if you won't follow them, I'll make sure the board votes to fine you until you're gone." I stared at her, trying to keep my cool. "Ma'am, I bought this place fair and square. I'm not breaking any laws." She smirked. "We'll see." That night, I sat on the porch, staring at the still waters of the lake. Part of me wanted to sell, to escape the drama. But then I remembered my father's voice, the promise I made him. This was my land, my dream. No one, not even Karen, was going to steal it from me. What I didn't know was that Karen's thirst for control would backfire in a way she never saw coming. Weeks passed, and the battles escalated. Karen filed complaints with the county inspector, claiming I was running a business out of my cabin. She even spread rumors at the local diner that I was dangerous. But small towns have long memories, and while Karen thought she was feared, the truth was people were tired of her. They whispered stories: how she fined an old veteran for having an American flag that didn't match the HOA's color scheme, how she tried to have a single mom evicted because her kids' toys were visible in the yard. I wasn't the first target. I was just the first who fought back. One day, after another sheriff's visit sparked by yet another false complaint, I drove into town to calm my nerves. That's when I spotted an old man at the courthouse, posting notices about a land auction. Curiosity pulled me closer. The papers detailed an upcoming sale, several parcels of land around the lake that had been forgotten when the developer went bankrupt decades ago. My eyes widened as I traced the map. The gravel road leading to Karen's house, it wasn't HOA property. It was part of the land going up for auction. I felt my heart pound. Could it be true? If I bought that strip, Karen would have to use my road every single day. The auction came 2 weeks later. Karen didn't even know about it. Why would she? She assumed her power was absolute. But I came prepared, every dollar I had saved stacked in cashier's checks. The bidding was thin, most folks weren't interested in land that seemed useless. When my parcel came up, I raised my hand. No one challenged me. Just like that, with the slam of the gavel, I became the legal owner of the road to Karen's house. The next morning, I put up a sign: private road. Access by permission only. Karen came storming down, red-faced and sputtering. "You can't do this. This road is ours." I calmly pulled out the deed. "Actually, it's mine. You'll need a right-of-way agreement if you want to keep using it." Her jaw dropped. For once, the Queen of Control had no words. The same sheriff who had once questioned me now tipped his hat and said, "Looks like the law's clear, ma'am." Over the next weeks, everything changed. Karen's power crumbled. Neighbors who had suffered under her reign started coming to my porch, thanking me. Some even brought pies, just happy someone finally stood up to her. But I didn't use my new leverage to be cruel. Instead, I drafted fair agreements for everyone except Karen, who refused to sign until she realized she had no choice. And when she finally did, her signature shook with the weight of her own defeat. That night, as I sat on my porch watching the sun dip low over the lake, I realized something: this wasn't just about land or power. It was about standing firm when someone tries to bully you out of your own peace. And to the viewers watching right now, remember this: sometimes life hands you a Karen who tries to steal your joy. But if you stay strong, if you hold to what matters, you might just find yourself not only keeping your dream, but owning the very road they walk on. Sparkle's end of story message. Never let anyone bully you out of your peace. Stand firm in your truth, and one day the very things meant to break you might become the ground you stand on.